Hey everybody, I'm here today to tell you about a reason to fail the driving test, and I like to call it roundabout problems. Now here's the thing, believe it or not, roundabouts are actually one of the most difficult things for beginner drivers to master. And guess what? The main people that are taking a driving test are going to be beginner drivers, okay? It's unlikely that a driver has had their learner's permit for many years and is taking the driving test. Most of the time, it's going to be a beginner driver that's taking the driving test. So with that being said, we're taking something that's difficult for beginner drivers to master and learn how to do, and we're putting it on the driving test where it consists of mostly beginner drivers. That's obviously going to be a reason to fail. That's obviously going to cause a problem. Now, there are certain things with roundabouts that make them difficult, okay? And the things are very specific. It's mostly one thing, actually. And the main thing is figuring out which lane to use to go around, which lane to use to exit, which lane to go into or switch into if you're going in the first exit, the second exit, the third exit, and so forth. Now, roundabouts, that's like a tongue twister for me. Roundabouts are actually amazing things because they keep the flow of traffic moving, they save traffic holdups from accumulating, and they keep everybody happy, and the right of way is sort of easier to figure out with roundabouts. But it's the lane process that sort of confuses everybody. Now, there's actually a decent chance that you might not encounter a roundabout on your driving test, okay? So if you look at the area of where your driving test center is, and you drive around it, and you look at all of the streets in like any sort of remotely close radius, and you realize that there aren't any roundabouts, well then it's unlikely, it's not impossible, but it's unlikely that you'll actually encounter a roundabout, but I would still highly recommend learning how to tackle them, and I'll tell you why. I have a few roundabouts in my area, and just in general in Toronto where I live, there are quite a few in specific areas that I have to go around quite often. And I always see people struggling with knowing what to do. And some of the people look like, based on their age, they've had their license for many years. And I mean, if like I'm talking about 20-30% of people don't know how to handle roundabouts, I doubt they're all beginner drivers, okay? So I know I'm making an assumption about them all being, some of them being experienced drivers, but 20 to 30% of the drivers on the road are not, first and second year drivers. It's as simple as that. So, there are many things that can go wrong in a roundabout with regards to how you can lose points on your driving test. So learn how to tackle them properly, just in case you have to demonstrate it for your driving test. And even if you know you're not going to have to demonstrate it for your driving test, learn how to do it anyways. This way you don't go on a roundabout, even though you've had your license for 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, whatever the case is, and not know what to do and create an unsafe driving environment for everyone in that roundabout, including yourself. And that's it. In this video, I've gone over a reason to fail the driving test, and the reason is roundabout problems. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.